On this episode of Prepping with Denise, I am making beef stew over a campfire. I created a makeshift fire pit on my patio and got the fire going using some Royal Oak hardwood lump charcoal, expert grill fire starter fluid, and one of those little fire starter quickie thingies. And for those of you who know me, yes, hubby is nearby and he's keeping a close watch, but today I was determined to do everything myself. If you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan and I teach traditional homemaking for today's homemaker. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, which includes being prepared, subscribe and tap the little bell icon so you don't miss any of my content. I poured 2 tablespoons of cooking oil into my Legend cast iron Dutch oven and let that heat up while I floured my beef. I've already got 3/4 cup of flour in the bag, so I added a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper and gave it a good shake, just to make sure the salt and pepper was evenly distributed. Then I dropped in the beef chunks and did a bit more shaking to evenly coat the meat with the seasoned flour. Then I dropped it in the hot oil. I let this cook until the meat was browned on all sides, and this probably took about 15 minutes. One of the things I'm learning about cooking over an open fire is you need to stay on top of it, because if you don't, the meat will stick. So you will see me doing a lot of stirring and scraping. Next, I added 4 cloves of minced garlic and 1 large onion diced. I let these cook until the onion began to soften, maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and then poured in a quart of beef broth. This broth is one of the preps I picked up at Dollar Tree. And as you can see, there is more stirring and scraping. I covered it with the lid to keep the heat in. And since it was such a windy day, my husband set up a windbreak to help keep some of the wind off the fire. Then I added 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I let the stew simmer for about 45 minutes, stirring and scraping intermittently. Now it's time to add my potatoes and carrots. I used 4 large carrots. I like lots of carrots in my stew, and 5 potatoes cut into chunks. You can see that the stew is thickening up a bit more, so I thought I'd better add some water. I covered it and let it cook until the veggies were tender, and that probably took another 20 or 25 minutes. Now it's time to get it off the heat and take it inside. Look how thick and hearty this is. I can't wait to get it plated up. And yes, it tastes as good as it looks. It's absolutely delicious, and there is plenty of broth to sop up with biscuits. I felt like a real pioneer woman. Each time I cook off the grid, I learn more. And I have to tell you, it is no joke. There is a lot going on when you're trying to cook in a Dutch oven over an open fire. If you want to see more of me cooking off the grid, click here. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying, you are not done yet. Click on the link in the comment section below and check out another video where I am cooking off the grid, and I will see you next time.